Hello everybody, it is Tuesday and I've got my big fat cat on my lap right now. This guy's really funny. He's such a good companion. So it's been a little bit since I've done an update. I've been still really sick, so I apologize if I start coughing again in the video, but I still try to give updates as much as I can. So to keep you guys up to date on what's going on. So I have had one closed basket this week. It's nothing really to cry home about, but just $132. And I also had a losing trade that was also in a negative, or one that was in a negative. It was about 6 pip loss, which actually ended up being about $30 or $35 earlier this week as well. So I entered on the pound CAD, expecting a pullback to happen in this area here. I wanted about 20 pips. I wasn't seeing it happen. It was really slow. There wasn't a lot of movement going on, and I didn't want to wait for it. So it did end up shooting up a bit higher and then fell back down. So I would have been able to get out on the trade with a multiple trade basket. So I would have entered once here, probably another time, and then a third time up at the top, or near the top. At least 2 trades in this basket here, and then the pullback I would have gotten out of these 2 trades with profit. So the basket or the single trade, a small loss, but I took it because I guess impatient there. Alright, so the next basket was entered on the 20th, so on Monday. Now I'm going to go to the 1 hour chart. You guys can see that the the Australian AUDCAD pair has been on a bit of a downtrend since November 1st. So it's been pushing down, and that's even on the 4 hour chart. So the 1 hour, I thought this was a pretty good area for a re-entry on the trend down on the downside. And as you guys know, I don't take a lot of trades with a trend, but I liked the way this looked, just in this area where there was push down and then a new swing high, and then a continued push down with a break of the level, and then a bounce or a recovery or a pullback, and then the potential for this to continue down again. So I thought this was a pretty good place to enter on the continuation down, and as you can see, that didn't quite happen. There was resistance up at this area, and then it continued shooting up, shot back down, so it started ranging in this area, and before it bounced up. Now the push up, I'm not sure what caused it, if it was just standard technical trading or if it was something news related, but it wasn't huge. And I used the trader agent software, as you can see, that's what I'm using here, to help work with this trade, so I don't have to constantly be in front of my charts to manage the trade. So trade 1, and then trade 2 was entered 20 pips later, and then the third trade, that was actually entered by me. That was a manual position. Now I'm going to break this down to the 15 minute chart. So the second entry was 20 pips later, and that was done by the trader agent software on a grid, also on a 20 pip grid. And then trade 3 was entered manually by me. Now the trade 3 was at the whole number, or the round number, 0.97. And the reason why I entered up there was I was watching the price action in this area to see how it was behaving, and I was watching how the price was slowing. Price was slowing as it was getting to this round number, giving me a hint into the potential for price to bounce and push back down there from there. So I waited a little bit, saw the inside candle on the M15, and saw that it didn't push down after that inside candle. It actually went back up, and so it was being a bit stubborn up at this hold number. And so I decided to enter late and got a better entry and entered right on the round number. And you can see here that there were still signs of resistance, and then it pushed back up a little higher, and then it fell pretty hard after that. Alright, then I ended up closing out for the basket with $132 profit with just 3 trades. And it took a little while of waiting to get out of this trade basket, but overall it was a profitable one, and I'm really happy with my top entry because it was what I call a smart re-entry, or a smart entry on a basket type of system, where you're watching the price, you're seeing how it's behaving at specific important numbers on the chart, and seeing if it would be a good place to enter a trade. In this case it was. So it's these kind of trade decisions that make a lot of sense. I mean, after the fact, you could say that it was a good choice, but you know, while trading something like this, it can be a little scary because you see where price is, and it's really very much against you on your third order, and then it increases and it even goes up a little bit higher before it falls. But it's the idea of knowing that price is shaky around this hold number, and it's showing because of the candlesticks on the M15, the M5, the M30, and even 1 hour as well. But the smaller time frames is where you need to start looking at price to see how it's behaving at these specific levels in the market. Whether it's previous support resistance levels, whether it's new highs or new lows, but you can see when price starts to slow in its intended or its current direction, where it may be setting up for a reversal. Alright, so not a lot of action this week for me. I'm not sure if I'm going to take any more manual trades or not, because it is still early in the week, but I go on holiday tomorrow for Thanksgiving, and I won't be back until the 25th of this month. So I'll be gone for about 3 days. But wanted to give a quick update on how things are looking for my account. So this week, looking at $96 profit, so not much to really talk about there. And then today, 132. So still really steady growing on my account since I changed or opened this account on the 28th of September. I have profited over $4,500 and 10%, over 10%, 10.5% this month. So really quite a solid month, I would say. Really happy with it, with almost $2,000 in profit, and risk is still decent. It's showing here at 10%, 10.25% drawdown, but I'm not really sure if that's correct, because I believe it showed at one point, especially during this area in the market, that it showed 18% drawdown about. So I'm not really sure if I can trust the if I can trust MyFX book to really show me the exact drawdown that happened during that time. There it is. So I'm not really sure why it's showing 10%, 10.25%, when clearly on the 9th of October I did hit 18.5% drawdown. Alright, so Robert's account has received no profit this month, or this week, and 1.87% this month. And I did get almost $900 week. I almost had a $900 week last week. So that's a pretty good week, almost $1,000, and haven't made a withdrawal in a while on my account, and hope to continue to grow and compound this account. And my goal before the end of the year is to hopefully get to 25,000 by January 1st on this account. And right now I'm at 21,380. but also am including the $1,000 that's in this account for my buddy, since this is my money that was or transferred from my personal account into another personal account of just $1,000. So technically I have $22,380. So I'm hoping to get to 25 by January 1st. We'll see what happens. But that's pretty much it, what I wanted to mention and talk about today. If you guys have any questions or comments, please put them in on the Forex thread that under my name, or you can just search my name of Cubby Be Good. And if you look up US traders, oh, that is my phone. If you go to this thread, and if you have any questions, so the Real Traders video journal, it's in the trading journals section at Forex Factory. 35% per month, that's a US trader. You can see my stats there. You can also read the forum and see all of the videos that I posted there as well. And let me know if you have any questions. You can also type into things into YouTube. And if you like my channel, give me a thumbs up so I can keep making these videos and help you or guide you on your journey as well while you watch mine. Alright, thanks again guys for watching, and I will see you in a few days after the holiday. Have a good holiday and a good weekend as well. Bye.